Okay, I think I have an OBS chat screen here. So I'm learning new things every day. So what is next? I guess I could make my whole monitor me, but I'm okay with this smaller thing. So I was like wondering what I should do today on this live stream. Hey, it's Lemon, what's up? Now I don't have to have like my hi. Hey. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at so you can see what I'm looking at. Let me see if I can show you guys. Mac OS screen capture. Oh yeah. Here we go. So there. This is like, let me make this smaller. So this is like what I'm looking at right here. And now on the left, I have this cute little chat box. So I can just close that. I can open it, I can close it. Oh my goodness, I'm learning new things about OBS. Actually, Violetta, I was thinking tonight that I wanted to play Overwatch on YouTube, but I don't know. Like, my YouTube channel is not about gaming. It's about, like, dolls. So I was like, I should always make my live stream about dolls, no? But then I mentioned that I wanted to maybe make some more content around fashion, and people were like, yeah, do the fashion thing. It's a screen and a screen and a screen and a screen. Yeah, it's like when you're looking at a mirror, and then there's like a mirror behind you. I actually just watched, I don't know, have you guys seen this movie? Ex Machina? I want to say Machina because it sounds like kind of Japanese. I just watched this movie like literally just now. Tonight I want to shout out Beyond Creation. They're like one of my favorite metal bands, and I would do a full yoga practice to this album called The Aura. I would just play this album from start to finish. And anyways, I saw them recently for my dad's and I's birthday, and I bought this merch shirt while I was there. So anyways, today I want to show you this really cute 1/6 scale slim doll. So her face up is by Jane from Jane's Dollland, and she is a XAGA brand of doll. And her face up is by Jane. She's a tiny, tiny little thing. Like if I go and I grab a pull-up doll, you'll see like how small. So she's 1/6 scale. So I'll grab even like Dal, because Dal is like really small, right? So I'll grab Dal. She's adorbs, right? So here's Dal, yeah? And then here is, like, as you can see, she's just smaller, skinnier. So Dal is shorter than Pull-Up. So she's shorter than Pull-Up. Let's put her next to a Barbie doll. She's even smaller. Oh, no, her backpack fell. Than a Barbie. She looks adorable. She's so cute. She really is, isn't she? So she's like quite a bit shorter than Barbie, I would say. Hey Jake, how's it going? Hello, hello. I didn't invite anybody from any other social media. I could. I'm not like attached to it being like super bumpin' or anything. This girl was overdue to get like played with. So anyways, I want to give her, let's put this Barbie back. Hey, yeah, she's really cute too. She's in jewelry fun dress. I don't know what face up she is, but she's one of my favorite Barbie face ups. you gotta like, if you want something in focus, you gotta hold it right up, and you've got to just not shake. How am I today? Hey, thanks for asking. Oh no! We have lost a shoe, my friends. I'm doing really good. I don't know if there's an audience for this on my doll channel, but I posted like some dancing. I'm a dancer, and I went down finally to this really cool spot in my city where you basically just like some TikTok started playing. You basically drive up 7 floors in this really big parking lot called the platform, and the very top floor of the parking lot is like a rooftop, and there's a really great backdrop for filming dance. Right? You just got in and saw 90s Barbies. So, man. 90s Barbie life. Yeah, I got a taste of that 90s Barbie life from you and from my friend who has over 100 Barbies, who I'm really excited because I'm going to be working with them. They're actually now dancing at the club that I am going back to. And so, yeah, I'm going to see more of them and just be around them more, which is really cool because I really admire them. I think they're really cool. So anyways, as I was saying, this platform is 8 floors up, and yeah, how I'm doing is my body is like a little bit tired. My mind's always like just running crazy. But I went up there and I filmed some TikToks. I'm gonna be posting them on my personal Instagram, which I'm like trying to build, but I don't know. It's an old account, and old accounts I heard and read somewhere are a lot harder to grow on Instagram than like newer accounts that are made in 2023, and that the algorithm for older accounts is not as good. And I'm doing all the right steps, but I think what the problem is like I have kind of these 3 different niches that I post in, and that might be confusing to like get a certain target audience. It was really hard for me to post only in one niche because I have a lot of hobbies and I have a lot of things that I like, and I just don't feel like I don't feel right to only post dance or only post and to never share anything about my dolls. And I actually really do love gaming, and I've gotten a little bit more into it in the last year, but I've always loved rhythm games. I've always loved Nintendo games. I recently was like more so playing Otome games, and I was thinking of like live streaming some gameplay on here, but I don't know if there's an audience for that. Fatty K-pop dance videos are coming. I post them on here on YouTube, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't, but my most popular content here on YouTube is around the doll collection, and so I've just tried to really kind of like direct content more so on that than anything else. I hear the song Party in the USA performed by Miley Cyrus gives me nostalgia when I was watching the music video on TV. It's a party in the USA. You know what? I actually have grown to really like Miley Cyrus. I don't know if I've really tried to like look up her music, but just everything that she represents, her whole story, and just kind of her life journey. I really like how she acted in that episode of Black Mirror. I found her to be a really good actress, and I really love that rap song, Hannah Montana. Yo, Violetta, though, we could totally play Overwatch together. What do you say? Do you want to live stream some Overwatch with me? I am okay, love DDR. I think it doesn't matter, like, I think in terms of gaming, it doesn't matter if you're good or bad at a game. I think you should just, like, I posted, like, Dance Rush on here, and, like, somebody came into my comments and like, why are you posting this if you're not even good? I'm like, did you even watch it? It was like how I found this game in Japan, and it was my first time trying it. I'm like trying to talk about my experience trying it. It's like, I don't think people have to be good. There are actually a lot of Twitch streamers who are Twitch streaming gameplay, and they're not that good. It's not about being good or like how many kills you get. It's just like, it's what you like. And I think it like can come down to buying dolls, buying clothes, expressing yourself, putting on makeup. You know, it's like, I think we're just so critical of ourselves, but if you like it, do it. So I have my trusty duster here today because I wanted to dust this sweet girl. So you're gonna hear this duster, sorry. But what I love about it is it has like these 3 modes. So when I turn it on, this is the mode number 1, mode number 2, mode number 3. And as you can see, it's pretty strong. So this is how I'm gonna dust her. Just like that. Dust her clothes, her face. There might be some dust on her face, her back, her stand, her wig. Oh, it just died. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's enough dusting for her, I guess. I gotta recharge it. I remember watching Hannah Montana on Family Channel when I was watching at my cousin's place during school. Since 2010. How old was I in 2010? What was I doing in 2010? I just finished graduating high school. Veronica, since I hear the song Party in the USA on your phone, I love listening to some good songs. Better than listening to rap music because it has too many swearing words in it. Okay. I just finished giving 2 pull-ups modified eye shapes. So I'm here in Dust Town. Oh, I know all about Dust Town. I just get so like, I have to stand outside and I wear the like mask and I like put on, I actually want to wear like a full blown like painter suit to dust because I totally relate to you and I know what you're saying. I want to rewind though and go back to Jake's comment about swear words. I don't know what country you're in, but in North America, there's actually a TV show called The History of Swear Words. And I do love pop music. I do respect Hannah Montana, Miley Ray Cyrus. But why I love rap music, and I don't mind swearing at all. I don't mind swear words at all. I think there's a time and a place for it. So, like, am I going to jump here on YouTube and be dropping all of these swears on a doll-oriented channel with potentially a younger audience? No, I'm not going to be doing that. When I'm at the club as an exotic dancer, do I have a little bit of a sailor's mouth? Yeah, sometimes I do. It kind of just is a part of the environment. But there's a TV show, as I was saying, on Netflix, and it's called The History of Swear Words. And it's really interesting because it kind of breaks down the history of like what each swear word means and where it has come from in society and how it has shaped itself through society. Veronica, I was 9 years old in 2010. Oh, okay. When I was back in elementary school, grade 3. When I was back in elementary school, grade 3. 9 years old, grade 3. So, okay. So I'm quite a bit, I'm older than you. And, my son, he was actually really sensitive to swear words. And then he started listening to more rap music, and now he's acclimated to them. And I'm not saying that anyone should acclimate to swear words. And if you're not comfortable with music that has a lot of swear words in it, then that's totally cool too. Like, you should only listen to what you're comfortable with. But I don't really consider swear words bad words, and they don't make me uncomfortable. They're derogatory, and they do carry a specific resonance that is violent and hardcore. So sometimes, like the other day, I was like digging for rap music before 2000s because I was trying to compile. Now I'm going on a whole other tangent right now, but I was trying to compile a playlist that was very specific to breaking beats because I love to break dance. I'm not a good break dancer, but I like to break dance, and I wanted a playlist that had strong breaking beats. And then I stumbled across a couple artists that had some hard music, and they're from like Queens, they're from the Bronx, and these are, areas that have a little bit of higher crime, a little bit of higher violence. And so, yeah, to each their own. I grew up in a little bit more of like a hood neighborhood, so I'm a little bit more of like a hood rat. My dad's a rocker. I loved Britney Spears. I always will love Britney Spears. I love the Spice Girls. But again, they're like kind of bordering a little bit edgy. Miley Ray Cyrus was kind of a bit tame, and then she started becoming edgier and edgier and edgier. And so she's kind of evolved throughout the years, but she did originate in a little bit more of a subdued expression. And then she kind of like went full blown, and her hair and everything. I came in like a wrecking ball, and boom, she totally changed. And I think that's where the rap song Hannah Montana came in, because she's like a force. And that rap song Hannah Montana is catchy. I don't know if you've heard it. It's a great track. But if you're not into rap music, Jake, you might not be looking it up. So I'm going to bring out this blanket because I want to like lay her down on something clean and soft. Maybe not this one. This one's like not very aesthetic. Kind of is pilled. Let's do this one. This one's good. This one's aesthetic. This one's good. So I'm just going to like lay this down over here, and I can pop my webcam. I have my webcam now on like a little bit of a boom, its own kind of twisty boom arm. So we can go like that. Me too. I love listening to one of the song of the Spice Girls. The Spice Girls, can't go wrong. I actually wrote a little doll rap, and it's like, yeah, tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Now tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really spend some money on dolls. And I wrote this whole kind of like parody song. But I've yet to film it. So look forward to that. At some point I will film it, but I need some people up in here to like be a part of it. Ooh, sorry. So I can actually adjust a few things here, and I can bring a little bit more light on this girl. Yes. The setup that I got over here is definitely streamlined, and I'm enjoying it. So this girl is such a dainty girl. Warning, doll nudity is about to occur. But yeah, I do love the Spice Girls. Have you seen the movie Spice World? It's finally I think it's finally available for purchase, but for the longest time it was really hard to buy. This girl is so delicate. I kind of want to put on gloves. I am really scared of handling her, so I kind of want to put on some gloves. Yeah, if you're not used to people swearing, I mean, all my friends growing up, they all swore. And I've listened to a lot of rap music just from friends, just from being a hip-hop dancer, and so I've kind of like acclimated. So I have a couple different options. Always have that doll nudity warning. I know people get a little bit like tripped up on it. And the reality is ball jointed dolls do have, they're not, they're not for all ages. Let me tell you that. So I can turn this light up here. Wow, that's nice. I am so loving this key light that I got. So I asked Jane from Jane's Doll Land to just kind of like hook me up with some clothes. I kind of sent her some pictures of clothes that I like. I was like girly, feminine, and she kind of just surprised me with some stuff. So I'm thinking, but what I'm actually thinking is I kind of want to get her into this lingerie moment over here. So we do have this little lingerie set, and I'll probably just keep her in these lace socks. But I also have this cardigan. She hooked me up with this cardigan. You know, she just kind of told me how much it was. She didn't even show me what it was. Or maybe she did. I trusted her though. And a white lingerie set. And this cute little like lace top. And these little like faux Gucci socks moment. So cute. She's super adorable. I actually chose her because she just has such a delicate face. I'll show her face again. She's got an incredible face up. She's so pretty. Kind of love that she has kind of those like Korean style cherry lips. And she has a very kind of, I don't know how to put this, she's a very innocent look about her. But I fell in love with her right away. So I guess we're leaving her wig on. She gave me 3 of these wigs. So like one was yellow, one was pink, and then one was blue. So I might be able to kind of get this suit on. So the nice thing about it is somewhat lined. No, this is the elastic band. So I'm a little bit worried. Maybe we won't do the black because I feel like I don't want her to live in the black. Although it is white on the inside here, can this black lace stain her skin over time? It might. It might. Ah! Oh my goodness. You used to have the full set. Did you sell it, or did you, like, did it go on a doll that you sold? This is really cute. It has like these 2 little buttons. What was the full set? Was this skirt a part of it? Oh, it was like a Blythe outfit. Okay. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Blythe, I need to I need to finish my Blythe doll that I kind of like started carving. The skirt is so cute. I can't get like over how cute this skirt is. So I guess I could face her this way. All right, all right. So I don't know if y'all saw, but I posted a video earlier today because I am officially not going to spend any more money. I am officially on a full-blown savings bender. Just because, you know, it's not like I'm like super rich or anything. I had a bunch of money to drop when I liquidated all of my crystals, and yeah, we went to Japan and all that, and yeah, I stopped working. And of course, if you're not working at some point, your savings like run out. And so I am going back to work, but I want to be at like absolute ground zero with all of my credit cards, and I want to have like money saved again. Like emergency funds, and have emergency funds that aren't like credit card funds, because credit card funds are not really like emergency funds in my opinion. But you know, I kind of have always been a little bit more on the, I don't want to say financially unstable side, but a little bit more on like the like dramatic side, where I kind of like, I would always love the drama of like paying my bills right on time, and just like only having a little bit of savings, or even sometimes being broke, like when I was a teenager and like into my younger adult years. And then I got really good with money, you know, in the last 5 years. But then I got into this doll hobby, and it kind of for the last 6 months, I would say I've noticed just a lot about how my relationship to spending and money, and I have accumulated a lot of doll things and dolls, and I know that I have more than enough doll stuff to play with dolls for the rest of my life. So I technically don't need any other doll things. We don't need anything. We want things, right? But if there is something that I do really want, is that I want us to go to Japan and then come back from Japan and be really, really comfortable. Not kind of like slightly uncomfortable, but just really comfortable. I'm like trying to do this while facing her down, and it's just like... I'll just bring her off screen. Because she does have... I will like censor her, but she does have little NIPSs. So. Well, a commercial happened. There are modified commercials that just get slipped into these live streams. I actually don't even know. It might be like 7. I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose this. I think it says it online though. I'll tell you. I think it's like less than 25 cents or something like that. I don't even really know the number. I'm still learning about the monetization process, but okay, this bra is kind of like a touch maybe small. I don't know. I'm making her hair really staticky right now. Uh-oh. This bra is really tight. But yeah, I want us to be able to go and then come back and be in a really comfortable state. And so if I do want to buy something, I definitely have to sell something. And I actually have like a whole bunch of vintage clothing and brand name clothing that I'm not even sure if I want to keep or not. You know, of course, there are some dolls and some doll things that I'm thinking of decluttering. That is a really... Okay, this bra is like a little bit too small, but I'm going to just see if it can work. That is a really hard decision to make. It's like slightly twisted, and I don't want it to be. Okay, it really does just fit her. It fits her perfect. She's a little bit staticky, but oh, that's so cute. Oh, hello, hello. There she is. This is how the outfit fits. Very nice. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to take some pictures of her. Ooh. She pretty. Oh my goodness, I love you, girl. You are the prettiest thing. Thank you for your beauty and your presence. So I'm just gonna slip her back into her stand. Oh, I'm a little bit sus because I don't want her stand to be like pressing into her skin. So for now, I'm just gonna put her little jacket on. I like this jacket because it's white lined, the jacket. The other coat is like purple. I'm a little bit worried about even the purple. But the thing is with the ball jointed dolls is like they're a little bit of a harder plastic. Or they're a hard resin. I don't think they're as prone to stating as like vinyl dolls or even pull-up dolls. I don't think they're as prone, but they're still prone. They're definitely still prone. Yeah, slowly saving it for things you really like. So easy to just spend, you know, like $5 here, $10 there. You go to Daiso, you buy some stationery, you're on AliExpress, you buy some art supplies, and it all just kind of, yeah, can definitely add up. Okay, so I'm just currently off screen. Oh, fudge. How many times does it happen where you're putting a pull-up doll in the pull-up doll stand and then the actual arm of the stand just comes out of the stand. Like, how often does that happen? It happens so often. Man, this girl needs a dryer sheet because her hair is out of control, staticky. But she's definitely going to get a little photo shoot, like, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. Hey, I gotta straighten this out now. Ooh, sorry. Heard all that. Very close to buying more Build-A-Bears. But I decided to stay loyal to saving for poison. That sounds really funny. Saving for poison. Deciding to buy Build-A-Bears, but saving for poison. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. So, oh, I kind of like this lighting situation. It's kind of, the light here is like bouncing off of this. And so, yeah, maybe facing it down is more the vibe than facing it directly at me. I kind of like it facing down a bit because it's not like right in my face. I can show you guys. See? There it is. So, kind of like the rules that I've set for myself are kind of like, I should unbox at least my Utena doll, finish that cosplay, get 2 more videos out that I wanted to get out, which were kawaii desk setup. I had asked on my community page, and that was the one that got the highest voting. So I actually got an Amazon gift card for my birthday, and I ended up using it on some things for my kawaii desk setup. And I got a can of spray paint so that I can spray paint like my boom arm that is carrying this mic. It's black, and obviously there's some other black things. My laptop stand is black. So I'll get out that video, and then I was thinking of getting out a try-on haul of my closet and just trying on everything that I own, minus like some of the really out there stuff, like the lingerie. Some of the lingerie obviously I won't be trying on. And then deciding from that point, you know, what I want to keep and what I may decide to let go of. So, shout out to my friend Alice. I have more than enough to buy a newer Poison doll, but I just don't like a lot of her newer dolls. They nice, but I grew hella picky. Yeah, the setup is going to be, so I'm going to paint, so it's going to be like dominantly white with a couple hints of pastel colors. I got this really cool neon sign that was actually like pretty inexpensive. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It's really dope. Purchases. Track and manage your orders. That is what it looks like. So cool, right? So that, and then I ordered this fabric. This like iridescent fabric. Because I'm gonna make like cord covers. So I'm actually gonna cover all of my cords with kind of like this fabric so that it looks like a long kind of like sock that's kind of like a scrunchie, so that you don't see any cords. You just see kind of these snaky scrunchies. I don't know if you've seen this. Somebody was selling it on Etsy. It was like cord sleeve, but it was really short, and the price was like not, like it was like $15 for like what it was. So this is not the seller that I found. The seller that I found actually had this really cute pastel fabric that was like iridescent, but this is basically kind of the idea, but I don't like this color, but this is the idea, but not as scrunchy, less scrunchy, a little bit more pulled out, I would say. But yeah, like even that is $30 for 6 feet. And so Yeah, anyway. Shout out to my friend Alice. My last live stream that I did the other day, I was at her house. She dressed me up in Nile perch, and I gotta tell ya, I really want the exact outfit she dressed me up in. I don't know, I just really liked how I felt in it. But it's about like $330 Canadian for like the dress, a shirt, and a cardigan, which is crazy because that's like 2 pull-up dolls, and I would always measure up things to doll currency, but now I have veered away from that. So anyways, it was my birthday, and this is one of the things that she got me for my birthday. She was just in Japan. So cute. So Wish Mel Mel. I know her name is Wish Me Mel, but I like to call her Wish Mel Mel. And like this little keychain. Looks nice of those pictures, the glow in the dark heart. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. I think I'm going to put it like, I don't think I could show you guys with my camera set up. Oh, actually, this is a thing on OBS. I can actually video capture device. Whoa. This is actually a thing. I can actually, dude, I found out about this, but check this out. I can actually use my phone as a camera. So here's my desk. Okay. And I'm thinking of putting the neon sign over here and just like moving this over. So these are just some collectible 90s Sailor Moon cards that I put in this like thing. So I'm thinking of moving this over here and then putting the neon heart over here. And then I might have to just like shift this as far off to the side. I am getting so techie now with this OBS game, y'all. So it's like crazy because my desk is like really small. It's just like a laptop desk. But the thing is I already measured like what an actual desk would be like. And an actual desk would like come out to like about here. And I just feel like that would be conflicting. I don't want to walk like through the door and then have this like obnoxious desk. And then also if my like, you know, computer chair was out to here, then this space over here is like tight. And then also I would get rid of this and this lamp, which I don't want to get rid of because I love this lamp. I actually had it mailed over here from a province over, a state over. And I paid for that shipping. And then it would come out also to like here. And so it would kind of make this area also, this entranceway here, like really tight. So ultimately, I was not going to increase the size of this laptop stand. And that was not going to be a thing. So this is cool, yo. And I can just go and turn that off. Okay. Wow. Gotta pat myself on the back here for learning about that. So I don't know what I'm gonna put in this thing. I think I'm gonna put baby. I kind of want to put BABY, or maybe how many things do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. So maybe Dream. DREAM. Dream is cute. Dream is cute. Dolls. Is there 2 L's? Is there 2 L's? There's 2 L's. DOLLS. Dolls. I got this keyboard from my partner's mom for Christmas, and she also got me, it came with a matching mouse, and then she also got me these cute cat ear headphones that I legit just kind of wanted for TikTok. They're a little bit tight, but they do work and they're functional, but they're a bit tight on the head. And I don't know if I could game in these for longer periods of time. But dolls or baby? Or metal? metal. A-L. metal. Or I think metal. I think that's cute for now. I can change it anytime I want. So this is really cute. She always has these cute ideas. It's like a crafty gift, which I really like. So just go ahead and pop out. Oh, that popped out really easily. Aw, this is so fun. Thanks again, my wonderful friend. I also filmed the unboxing of her Pipophilia doll, and it was really cool because she was telling me that she was just at the Nail Perch store in Tokyo, and I remember in the group chat, people, or in the Facebook group, people were like, I don't like the Pipophilia doll, there's too many bows, and I don't like the color of her shoes, and what they don't realize is that, like, the Nile Perch clothing line has bows. They like bows, and the print of the dress is the official Nile Perch print that is designed by them, that is often on their clothing, that is on the background of their website. The shoes that is on the doll are featured on their website in different colors, and is their classic shoe and their classic shoe color, which is kind of like the glitter on them kind of reminds me of like a Wizard of Oz kind of vibe or trope. I was on their website. They have like some Tweety Bird stuff. They have like a Sanrio collaboration. She said that the doll in the store, she was saying as I was filming her, just belonged in the store. Obviously, as the designers there. They're a slow fashion brand, so they make everything by hand in store, right in Harajuku, in Tokyo, and in small quantities. And that doll just really emanates what Nile Perch is as a brand. And so people may not like the doll for having too many bows or the color of her shoes, but in essence, she is really truly a slice of Japanese fashion culture. And my friend has been a long time Nile Perch collector, buying Nile Perch online and in Tokyo when she goes. And so it was really cool to kind of like hear her talk about her experience with seeing the Pipophilia doll in Japan, and seeing all her Nile Perch clothing, getting dressed up in Nile Perch. It just kind of like, whew, she always gives me like that little whiff of like Japan energy. She's like a complete otaku as well, and she's totally a big, there's like a term for it I found out about today, actually. It's called Japanophile. I'm gonna like write it. It's like Japanophile. And that's like an actual, so if you look up the meaning of the word weeb, they associate it with Japanophile, which is like somebody who is obsessed with like Japanese culture and Japanese things. And Nile Perch, the clothing brand, is a very Japanese thing, and the doll, for being a Nile Perch doll, is perfect in design to a Nile Perch collector, and obviously to the Nile Perch designers. Yeah, I wish they feature like more of these shops to really get a feel of the fashion coordination. Yo, I was just saying that because most of us don't know what these shops are like. You know, I will just say this right now. There is a completely huge missed marketing opportunity that Groove has. They are missing out on so many sales because of the lack of kind of like education on what their brand even represents. And some of these individual dolls and the designers of these dolls, there's no story. Like Barbie has a story. Monster High has a story. There are TV shows. There's so many publications and so much marketing put towards these brands, and that's why they are successful. Smart Doll, I really want to talk about Danny Chu. He is just so incredible in terms of how in depth and how educational he is on his mission statement. And I did a blog post about it actually, that I feel like Groove just doesn't have a mission statement, and it's just really truly a little bit of a crying shame, because we all love pull-up dolls, we all love pull-up, but it actually just kind of like, it low-key kind of disappoints me in ways, but at the same time, it's kind of like, that's why we have the community, so that we can like educate each other. And obviously, if you live in Japan, you know. But if you don't, and the North American and European and international market is so huge, it would be nice. It would be nice. I'm sure they have an employee. It wouldn't take a lot of time to film just one TikTok of the Nile Perch doll in the Nile Perch store. Oh. Groove featured a video in a shopping department that used to be so strict about filming. Staff will go up to you and you have to monitor what you're doing on your phone because they don't want filming. Yeah. So I guess it just depends. I'm sure the Nile Perch store wouldn't mind. But yeah, department store, yeah. In Japan, they are really finicky about that. I think it just depends, because I filmed a lot of places and people saw me filming and didn't say anything. So I think it just depends. I think they do call out people who come in and film on a regular basis, because my friend who was living there at the time was filming at the Pokemon Center, and he would come in, and the third time that he was filming, they were like, we see you here filming more than once, and you can't do that. So Danny Chu as a doll designer is cool, but I have read in the Smart Doll group that his personality is not nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to say, right? You see, like, Vegas Starlight, and, like, you see these, like, content creators go to the Mirai store or the Smart Doll store and take, like, a selfie with him. And, of course, that's a fleeting moment. It's, 5 minutes? And he's very witty. I've read a lot of the stuff on his website. And the thing is when people are so clever and so witty, they could be quite egocentric. And some people don't like egocentric people, and they get a bad vibe around them. And so they could be like, his personality is, like, unpleasant. But that could be, like, his personality is unpleasant to them, because he is heavily egocentric as a person, and a lot of artists and designers are. And so I don't know, I'd have to meet him in person to get a feel for it myself, but I really respect his wit, and I find him to be pretty entertaining in terms of, like, how he words his, like, posts and stuff that he writes, all the disclaimers on his website. I think that he's, like, I personally admire him, but I'd have to meet him to, like, really understand and know. And I think as an entrepreneur, he's got it going on. Like, my friend who's a photographer, who's a little bit older than me, he's been following Danny Chu for years, and he was just following Danny Chu's website when he was a photographer. My friend's a photographer, and he said he's always enjoyed, Danny Chu's blog posts. He said they were always really well written, and he was kind of a follower of Danny Chu well before he started Smart Doll. Yeah, they got spies in the Facebook group for Danny. At least that's what I've heard. Japanophile means one who especially admires and likes Japan or Japanese ways. Yes. Yep, I hear of that too, Violet. I'm not even surprised by that. That's actually really funny. Love the fact I got. You got a Calico Critters commercial? That is so cute. Yo, our phones are crazy. Like watching Ex Machina and like the facial recognition and the fact of our phones are just so fast. It's like I swear sometimes my phone is listening to my thoughts, and like the fiber optics in my phone are like reading the synapses in my brain. I don't even need to talk, and is just downloading that. I think that's like where we're at nowadays. So I did it. Says metal. It's really cute. I'm gonna go and pin it up at the wall. I have. Oh yeah, I can like bring you guys with me now. Yeah. This is so rad. I got this down. Let's go together. So this is where I'm gonna. So I need to get one of these pins. I had some clear pins in this little bin down over here. And sorry, I need to put y'all down for like a second. Whoops. Oh snap. Okay. I said I wasn't going to put a lot of keychains on this wall because I don't want it to look like clutter, but that if I was going to put some keychains on this wall, they would have to be flat. And this is just epic because this is flat and it's like decorative. So yeah, it's going to go maybe here, maybe here, maybe up here. I think here is cute. I need 2 hands for this. Guys can, I just put that there for now. I'll show you guys what it looks like once I, oof. Gotta use a bit of strength here. This is not actually drywall. It's just kind of like this wall board. It's kind of a cheaper alternative to drywall. So it's really easy to pin through. Cuteness. I think I want it to like be more straight, so I'm gonna try and rig it. Okay, let me show you guys. Whoop. There we go. Cute. I like it there. And then I can like change it. It's a little bit crooked, the L, but no, I like that. All right. It's cool that I can just like, oh, thank you. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm trying to like wear more of my stuff. I have a lot of stuff, and I don't know. I always have this excuse that like, oh, I'm a mom, you know, my kid's 11, so when I leave the house, you know, like who cares? But I actually have some cute clothes that I've accumulated over the years. And yeah, it was actually kind of funny because I swear to you, all I wear are like these sweatpants, sometimes these pajama pants that I have, and just like baggy shirts, a baggy hoodie, no makeup, a beanie, my winter boots that are like green. Just an outfit that just doesn't really go with anything. Just very like slob-ish homeless girl. And there's this young girl that lives across the street from me, and she drives kind of like a cute car with like some aftermarket stuff going on with it. And she always sees me looking like really frumpy, and that's just kind of my identity, is like kind of a frumpy person. It did snow, actually. It was snowing like crazy, but then the snow just kind of like Yeah, it like disappeared. Calgary's weird like that. Like it just, the snow comes and goes. We could get a day where it snows, it hails, there's sunshine, there's rain, all in the same day. But anyways, yeah, I left the house wearing this choker black cargo pants that I just got on AliExpress. They're like 25 bucks. The bottom cord in them already fell out. I have to sew them, but they work. And just like a black fitted kind of like a crop top and some combat boots that I have, just some ones I got on sale that were like 30 bucks. I've been wearing the heck out of them. I think I own like 6 pairs of shoes total. I just ordered some shoes though to go back to the club because I do need shoes to go back to the club. And yeah, she shouted from across the street, "I love your outfit." And I was like, "Thanks." And, you know, I got a little bit bashful, you know, and it's like this 19-year-old girl, maybe she's 20, is like complimenting my outfit. And I was like, yeah, I may be 33 with an 11-year-old, but I could put in a little bit more effort. And when I do have a cute outfit on, it makes me want to make content, which, you know, it doesn't hurt to be a little more dressed up in content. It's just kind of like, but I do like fashion, and I've always been into fashion and accessories. But when I don't know, maybe when I became a full-time family woman, that was when I kind of, I don't want to say started letting myself go, but I started just caring less about matching and accessorizing and makeup. And it truly was kind of like this comfortable area that I entered after I moved in with my partner and we were doing like the full-blown like mom and dad parent thing. Because prior to that, you know, up until my son was 5, I was living with my parents. I did buy my own place. I did try to live alone with my 2-year-old, or at the time he was 3, but I was working 2 jobs just to afford everything. I was tired all the time, and I was really, really unhappy, and I was telling my parents that, you know, I'm really unhappy trying to pay my mortgage. I barely spend time with Julian, with my son. You know, I'm always tired. And they were like, why don't you just put up your place for rent and move in with us? And move back with us and then figure out what it is that you want to do. Because I was working as a waitress and I was working as a fitness instructor. I only had 1 yoga class. And what I really wanted was to be a full-time yoga teacher. That was like my deep, deep desire. We always have a deep desire, but we don't really follow that deep desire because we are like a little bit more so confronted with reality, and we do have to pay our bills, and we do have to just, you know, and I was very fortunate. I had an unfair advantage that my parents were willing to help me raise my son. And so I moved back in with them. I went to India for a month to pursue yoga training direct from the source. And it was really magical. Actually, it was a huge risk. I took my savings and I went by myself. That was back in 2016. So at the time I was 26. And I flew all the way to Rishikesh by myself, and I was there for a month. And on the way back, a yoga studio that I had reached out to a year before, they called me for an audition to offer me a full-time job. So I had applied with this yoga studio a year before. And I was like, yeah, I just got back from India. And they were like, well, that's perfect. That's great. Hi. Oh my God. I love your videos. Hi, Frankie Stein. I love your username. Pajama pants. Never heard that before. Since I've seen some people wear those because it's not their bedtime at night. Yeah, like plush pajama pants. Like I would just like daddy wear that out. I can tell your outfits are usually so fashionable. Aw, thank you. I try. I think I could be a little more fashionable. I'm really trying to break into like this soft girl, Jirai K, Fairy K, like soft Lolita look. I'm really trying to like embody this like hyper femme fashion thing going on. I don't know if you guys follow Miru-kun, Michiru, or how do you say her Instagram? I'm like tangenting here. Miru-kun? Maybe? I love her fashion sense and her fashion style. But yeah, anyways, to summarize that story, I got a full-time job there. And so I was raising my kid. I was like more so into yoga and not fashion. And so I bought into a lot of like yoga clothes, and I just wore fitness clothes. I would say my style was like a little bit more bordering, kind of like the hippie side. I actually was looking at some like old photos, and I actually want to show you. It's kind of like crazy. So my Pull Up Palace Instagram actually used to be like this yoga Instagram that I had, and I ended up archiving all of those photos and just like converting the account to a doll account. So I'm pretty sure some of the followers were like, what in God's name? But it was kind of a bit of a hack, maybe a bit of an imposter here. But the thing is this account, it had like crystals on it, yoga on it. It was just kind of, and it was my account still. And actually a bunch of my friends who were following this account before are still following, because they're like, yeah, we're down to support whatever Veronica's up to now, and now it's dolls. But this was kind of a little bit more of my style back then, was just kind of like buying yoga clothes. I had a lot of like different kinds of like yoga pants. Like these ones are like kind of like ballerina yoga pants, like whatever, kind of like a little bit of a, like this is like a ripped shirt that I made, and like some like khaki green kind of like baggier pants, kind of like these are like some skull printed leggings from Black Milk. I actually turned them into shorts for pole dance. This is like, an olive green tank top. I was wearing a lot of like these hippie clothes. It was like olive green, dark red. But prior to that, when I worked full-time at Aritzia, which is like a clothing brand, I was like rocking this whole other thing. So like that was I guess I was in my yoga era. It's such a throwback. Like this is 2017, but that was like old footage that I had posted at that time. So yeah, I used to be a lot more jacked too. Like this is back in 2017 as well. And my arms, they're like more jacked. I used to weight lift, and I used to teach like fitness classes, and I used to squat like 100, and I had these like thick thighs, and I was all about fitness and yoga, and my page was just like all like fitness and yoga. I taught like spin classes, and like we do like spin on the rooftop of like this hotel. It was like a yearly event that all the spin instructors in the city would do. It was like a fundraiser. So it's kind of trippy, like, because that's just not a part of my life anymore really too much. Like I do still like dance, but I'm not really a yoga teacher anymore. I'm teaching a yoga class actually. It's called Yoga Death. And it's a yoga class to just all like death metal and black metal. I actually feel like Angel Sanctuary, like some of the aesthetic is like very metal to me. I really like Alexiel, actually. I love her there. Just oof. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go and play some Modern Warfare now, and soon, and I get to reading Angel Sanctuary tonight. How are you, Dylan, though? What manga are you reading right now? I'm gonna type, but it's gonna be faster. What manga is on the menu? I was mentioning earlier this band, Beyond Creation. This album called The Aura is a great album for doing yoga, start to finish, by Beyond Creation. I don't know if there's an audience. Love Me Not. Ooh. What is that? I got some, like, manga suggestions on my Pinterest, and I'm just like, damn. But I need to read, like, all of the manga that I have before I even think about starting another manga. Omoi, omoari, furi, furari. Oh my goodness. Japanese manga series, serialized. I love how you always be reading these, like, kind of older school, like, OG mangas. With another series, I've been binging it. You're all on those manga binges. Man, you could really create some content. I mean, if you wanted to, like, talk about and review the manga that you read, you're very in depth about it, and I really, really adore that. I think that's so dope. There's so many things, you know? It's like the manga, the video games, the K-pop dancing, the dolls. Oh, this poor girl. Her hair is so staticky. I guess I just try to, like, follow my heart and, like, wherever it's going. But I do want to get into, it's not that I want to get, I'm gonna get into the habit of reading manga before bed instead of doom scrolling on Instagram and on social media. Like, I will doom scroll, and I know that blue light is keeping me up, and it's just such a terrible habit that I need to break, because reading before bed is just so much better for your mind, and it's just, yeah, it's just a better vibe in general. I could definitely try. I need to find time. That's the thing too, though, right? It's kind of like, that's why I'm glad I can, like, kind of hop on here and, like, you know, that's the nice thing about live streaming, actually. Like, if you wanted to live stream and talk about manga, you know, live streaming, you don't have to cut up and edit it, but people do kind of like edited content more. But I like that I can live stream and, like, play with a doll, or I can live stream and, like, you know, play a video game on my Twitch or something like that, and kind of like, and also if you're checking in on someone's live stream, like, you could be playing with a doll, you could be doing things, you could be reading online manga, right? Coincide at the same time, but it does take up time, and it's kind of like, you got to find a balance, because, like, obviously when I was in Japan, you know, I wanted to film, like, every last little thing. I didn't even upload all the content and all of the stuff that I filmed in Japan. So you kind of get, like, you kind of, like, practice holding your phone a certain way so that, you know, it's steady and it's filming what you want to film, but then you also can be, like, experiencing it, like, with your eyes. So there's definitely a balance, but it's rewarding, and I've been meaning to, like, share a little bit more about, like, my journey on YouTube and how it started and how it's going and how it's been. And you know, I know there are those videos out there, like, I got monetized, this is how much I made and stuff, but that's not my niche, so I wasn't sure if I should be putting that stuff out there. But if there was curiosity for it, I'm open to all suggestions for all sorts of things. I know that, Dylan, you want some more manga stuff, and I do want to get some more manga content out, but I need to read manga to get more manga content out. And I've only just been really reading, like, a chapter a night when I read beside my kid before we go to sleep, which is not enough for me to be, like, making noteworthy content on. I like live streaming better. Even I've been wanting a live stream, like, doing face-ups on TikTok or Instagram. Yes, you should definitely do that. And I think that live streaming art, there's definitely an audience for that on Twitch as well. But I, like, my setup for, like, live streaming art is, like, not set up, And I don't know if I could make art down here. I don't know if I want to bring my art stuff down here, so I don't know if that's something that I would do, but there's definitely an audience for that, for sure. I tried filming a manga room tour a month ago, and my camera was shaking so bad. I just quit. You gotta make sure your stomach's full, A, and B, it's good to even just get like a tripod. And so you could also like get a tripod and then just like hold things up to it, or like you could also angle it down. Whoops. So let's say your like camera is in here, angle it down, and then just kind of like maybe like bring the titles in front of it, or you could also just kind of like have it on a tripod, and then you can hold the tripod, and while it's on the ground, you could just like slightly, shift it, or even put some like socks on the bottom of the tripod and slide it. I have a pretty steady hand, but it also really hurts your shoulder over time as well. Keep on reading manga books. I will read more before bed. It's definitely a habit that I'm going to land. That's actually really smart. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I literally just thought of that with this socks thing, but I've never had to use my tripod too much because I feel like I have a pretty steady hand. But it also helps too, like when you're holding your camera, to put your forearms on your body and to hold the camera like this. So when you're filming, you have it like this. But like, obviously, if the camera is shaking too, it could be also that you're thirsty or you're hungry. And I used to live stream a lot on Instagram for my crystal business. And especially during COVID, when I was really stressed out, really depressed and anxious and all that, sometimes I wouldn't have an appetite, and live streaming and selling crystals and making money was very like grounding, and it gave me a purpose. And so that was like something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to hustle because it just helped. It helps with my mental illness, actually. Like working and hustling really helps with my mental illness, and just being productive and doing stuff. It's like hard for me sometimes to have an appetite to eat. I have to be like really relaxed or very fulfilled. So if I do like a bunch of work, or I dance, or my partner or my son comes home, I immediately suddenly have an appetite. But sometimes I don't have an appetite, and I just don't eat, and then I eat so much at night. But anyways, one time I was live streaming on Instagram, and somebody was like, "Have you eaten yet today?" And I was like, "What?" And I'm like live streaming crystals. And I was like, holding the camera like this. And they're like, "Your hand's really shaky. The camera's really shaky. I don't know if you're noticing that." And I was like, "I haven't eaten today." And they're like, "You should try." Anyway, and so I was like, "Yeah, I'll be back." I left, sat down, had some yogurt, had some breakfast. I don't know, whatever the breakfast was that day. And then I noticed the camera wasn't as shaky. And so taking like breathing, eating. Ooh, I bought a Bizarra artwork that's in Japanese off eBay. Ooh. Okay. I am going to read Bizarra on Sunday night. I'm going to read it. I'm going to start it anyway. I just like really have been kind of saddish. I always get really sad during my birthday. In the last, ever since I turned 30, when I was 29 and I was turning 30, so turning 30, 31, 32, and now I just turned 33. Each of those years, I've been really sad. And I think it's going to change now. Because I do want to celebrate getting older. And I know I need to make some lifestyle changes for my own personal mental well-being. Because before I moved in with my partner and was in this long-term relationship, I traveled a lot by myself. And that's something that I have sacrificed. And it's something that I need to do again, at least once a year, so that I can just feel a little bit more of who I was before I entered this long term. And so that's like one thing that I have really looked at within myself. So anyways, where I was going with that is I've been rereading Takane and Hana. I don't know what it is about that manga. It's just so simple, and it just really makes me happy. I think I live vicariously through Hana because she's a young girl with an older friend who is obviously kind of like a boyfriend, but he's just so respectful. He hangs out with her family. He's just so respectful. He's so honorable. And when I was young, I had an older boyfriend, but he wasn't respectful. He wasn't honorable. And he definitely groomed me. He was definitely a predator. And so, yeah, kind of like living through Hana's eyes just is like healing for me. And that manga is just really light and healing for me. I really love Takane and Hana, and I really, really want to let go of some dolls and get organized and have a Takane and Hana BJD set. That's like, those are like my grail dolls, is to have like those two dolls. Artwork. Oh my god, finally. I'm patient though. I definitely understand that. I'm drawn to more mature manga, but Keychain is my go-to artist when I need something fluffy. So that is the artist. I just read that is the artist of the other manga. And I want to see more of this. I like this art style. It's very fluffy and very cute. Sakisaka manga. Mangaka. Sakisaka. Oh, Lo Sakisaka. I'm just on Google. Ooh, see, that just like increased my appetite. Just like talking with you guys and live streaming. And I always am like, should I still live stream? It's not like I'm like a huge popular live streamer. There's like thousands of people here or whatever. I'm gonna like, you know, for that hour. But I that was never why I even started live streaming. It was just kind of like a curiosity, like, oh yeah, let me live stream and see if that will help my YouTube channel that I do want to grow, that I do want to monetize. But then I actually ended up getting so much more out of live streaming than I ever thought that I would. And just sitting here and like being able to express and share with some people and connect with some people is like, now I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry again. So doing certain things makes me hungry. But I don't really wake up hungry. It's like I don't feel hungry at the same biological times that people normally feel hungry. Oh my god, I feel you, because sometimes I romanticized maybe, of like having a boyfriend, being in a relationship, but that like having time for yourself was so important for me. Yeah, you know, like just a tiny little snippet on relationships. I find this really interesting because I have been dating for 30 years. Oh my god. I had my very first official boyfriend, when I was 13. Like, you know, I actually, when I turned 14, you know, I lost my virginity to him when I was 14. And so we dated when I was 13 and he was 17 at the time. And we went on dates. We played DDR together. We had online dates. We played Gunbound. That was like an online, kind of cutesy, like mass member online game that, you know, at the very origin of mass member online games, Gunbound was one of those games where you could play with someone, with just one other person or a group of people. There were these cute little characters. I think they actually brought it back on mobile. It's hella cute, actually. On a side note, Gunbound is adorable. I want to show you guys these little characters because they're really, really cute. But yeah, like, I have always dated, so I had boyfriends consistently, no matter what. And the periods of time where I wasn't dating anyone were really, really, really valuable. And I definitely kind of like took it for granted. like moving in with someone and getting in like a serious relationship. And so there definitely has to be a balance. And people always think that the grass is greener, right? You could be in a long-term relationship and feel like the grass is greener on the other side, being single, and you could be single and feel lonely and feel like the grass is greener if you have a partner. But the reality is like neither one is better. It's not better to be with someone and it's not better to be alone. It's just each one is different, and one of those things is going to serve you in time. But we are here to connect, and we're meant to connect. But the more you connect with someone, the more of self you share with them. And the problem is with relationships, for the most part, especially for people who are relentlessly introvert and also sometimes social, I'm talking about myself here, and very, very highly creative and independent, you give so much of yourself in a relationship, and then all of a sudden, whether it be a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, you want to take it back. So if you don't strategically, like you could honeymoon phase and you just want to spend all your time with this person. This person's like your best friend. And so you move in together and you do all these things together. But if you don't strategically really try to map out things that you do for yourself, you're going to drown. You're going to drown in the relationship. And 90% of a relationship could be great, but then that 10% where you feel like confused, you could be like really trying to find and chase that 10%. So if you are just always keeping in mind what it is that you like for yourself and who you were before you dated that person, and the things that you like about who you were before you dated that person, that single life, what you liked about that single life, if you could just do some of those things, obviously without hurting the other person, if those things are just very normal things, like traveling alone. You know, when I traveled alone, I wasn't like up to anything crazy. It was just dance training or yoga training. I went to Europe for 3 weeks for dance training. It was just like, go to a city for work. I go to a different city, work at a different club. Those were things I kind of like didn't realize how much I valued and I missed. So this is this is Gunbound. I want to show you guys Gunbound. It's really cute. So these are like the characters in Gunbound. So you like pick these little characters. There's like these little carts. And then it kind of reminds, like the map, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like, they have these different colored maps. So this is one of the maps. It was really, really cute. So this is one of the first games I ever played online. And so you're like this little character on this map, and you shoot like these little things. Each cart has its own little thing, and then it eats away the floor on the other side. And the object of the game is you want to eat away enough of the floor of your opponent, and then your opponent falls down like to their death, to their demise. And that's how you kind of like win. And so there's wind, and it shows you the degree of like where the wind is blowing. And so there's a little bit of like geometry. And so you kind of like, you angle your little gun to where your little thing is going to come out of. And you kind of have to like kind of figure out, okay, if the wind is blowing at 180 degrees, so the wind's blowing this way, then I need to shoot my thing, up with the wind, and then it'll come down where the other person is. Oh, I hope I'm helpful in some type of way. I'm just sharing whatever my experiences were in the last 30 years. And so you only gain more wisdom and experience with time. And I've always been really curious about the human condition and what it means to suffer, what it means to connect. I've also pushed myself to the limits of experiences. I used to be an addict, and so there's a lot of things that I've kind of witnessed that sometimes were traumatic for me that I really wish I didn't witness. But because I witnessed them and experienced them, I try to extract some sort of wisdom for myself so I can learn and I can grow. And so such comes with the pains of like being really a seeker, because when you are seeking so much understanding and you bring so many things into your reality, then over time it's like it doesn't matter. It's like you could learn everything and anything there is to know on this planet, and this is what we say in yoga, is like the more you think you know, the less you actually know. I do that too when I'm replying psychically also in my head to a text message, like someone texts me and I read their message, but I'm just so tired or whatever, and so I'm replying in my head like, oh, thank you so much, but then I don't even type it, and then I don't even reply, and I'm like, I replied to you psychically in my head, but I didn't actually type it. I'm typing it now because I have the energy to type it. So yeah. Well, I am gonna have some water, and thank you. I'm gonna have some food. You guys have helped me get in a relaxed state, and I'm ready to eat. I do want to live stream every Friday, but sometimes my health just doesn't allow me to. And I really love connecting with you guys as always, and just learning like new things from all of you. I'm always learning new things, and we're always talking about really cool stuff. So yeah, I don't know if there's an audience here for some gaming. I might pop on and just give it a try during the day one day. I don't know. I do love gaming. I love dance, but I don't know if I need to start separate channels for that, or if I can just also share that content on here as well. I maybe will give it a little bit of a try. Thank you. Don't work yourself too hard. Too hard. Remember to stretch your neck. That would actually be really good, is like yoga for doll customizers. That's like something we need, hey?